People who make a specific plan for when and where they will perform a new habit are more likely to follow through. Too many people try to change their habits without these basic details figured out. We tell ourselves, I'm going to eat healthier, I'm going to write more, but we never say when and where these habits are going to happen. We leave it up to chance and hope that we will just remember to do it or feel motivated at the right time. An implementation intention sweeps away foggy notions like, I want to work out more, I want to be more productive, I should vote, and transforms them into a concrete plan of action. Broadly speaking, the format for creating an implementation intention is when X situation arises, I will perform response Y. And he says the simple way to apply this strategy to your habits is to fill out this sentence. I will behavior at time in location. So I will write at 7 p.m. in my office. Or I will meditate for 1 minute at 7 a.m. in my kitchen. Fill in the blanks, write it down, have a strong intention. And he says many people think they lack motivation when they really lack is clarity. It is not always obvious when and where to take action. Some people spend their entire lives waiting for the time to be right to make an improvement. Does that sound familiar? Oh, I have to work. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm getting outside pressure from other people to do what they want to do instead of what benefits me. That's where it gets really juicy, right? He says there is another benefit to implementation intentions. Being specific about what you want and how you will achieve it helps you say no to things that derail progress, distract your attention, and pull you off course. We often say yes to little requests because we are not clear enough about what we need to be doing instead. When your dreams are vague, it's easy to rationalize little exceptions all day long and never get around to the specific things you need to do to succeed. And I actually heard a talk with Oprah Winfrey recently, who literally talks about this exact thing. She says people aren't doing because they're not clear on what they really want. Nobody is going to tell you what you want. That's where the self-awareness comes in. That's where you really need to dig deep and explore and create and joie de vivre come to life, right? He goes on to say, give your habits a time and space to live in the world. The goal is to make the time and location so obvious with enough repetition, you get an urge to do the right thing or at the right time, even if you can't say why. He says there's so many ways to use implementation intentions in your life and work. His favorite is approach from BJ Fogg. You might have heard his TED Talk as habit stacking. So BJ Fogg has a whole book all about tiny habits and big results. And this habit stacking is kept fairly straightforward. But you have to organize your time, your schedule, your thoughts. Even if you have to talk out loud, even if you have to write it down 100 times on the blackboard, it's repetition. After my morning coffee, I will walk around the block for 20 minutes. That type of thing. And keep telling yourselves these things. Keep telling yourself over and over and again. I will meal plan for the week so that we're not ordering takeout. And the money we save goes to our vacation. So how am I going to reach that goal? Set your intention, write it down. And if you have to do something as simple as, man, I really want to floss more. Stack it after you brush your teeth. Just stack it up, make it obvious, that cue. get that dental floss out, and I'm keeping things relatively simple, but this applies to any situation that you're trying to make a change in your life. Now, he goes on to say overall habit stacking allows you to create a set of simple rules that guide your future behavior. It's like you always have a game plan for which action should come next. Once you get comfortable with this approach, you can develop general habit stacks to guide you whenever the situation is appropriate. So, what area in your life do you want to improve on? Exercise, finances, eating, even forgetfulness. Yeah, this is a good example. He says, when I leave a public place, I will check the table and chairs to make sure I don't leave anything behind. And like I said in the last episode, don't worry if you're thinking people are going to, oh, you're OCD, you're talking out loud, are you crazy? No, you're organizing your thoughts, you're articulating your words, and you're telling your subconscious what's going on. You're in control. Power of talking to yourself, self talk. He says, no matter how you use this strategy, the secret to creating a successful habit stack is selecting the right cue to kick things off. Unlike an implementation intention, which specifically states the time and location for a given behavior, habit stacking implicitly has the time and location built into it. When and where you choose to insert a habit into your daily routine can make a difference. If you're trying to add meditation into your morning routine, but mornings are chaotic, and your kids keep running into the room, then that may be the wrong place and time. Consider when you are most likely to be successful. Don't ask yourself to do a habit when you're likely to be occupied with something else, right? Manage your time or your time. Just, yeah, right? Manage your time. Manage your time. And if that means you're getting up an hour earlier, or going to bed an hour later. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. And I never used to be a morning person, and man, my mornings are golden. I love them now. Quiet before anybody else gets up. Beautiful. Oh, you're going to bed? Night. I'm going to do one more hour. Things like that. Or on your lunch break. Don't take the whole hour. Split up that time. After I eat my sandwich at work, I'm going to my quiet space and I'm going to meditate. After I eat my sandwich at work at 12 p.m., at 12:15 p.m., I'm going to walk around the block. Figure it out. Those are I'm so simple, so simple. But set yourself an intention. Set yourself an intention. Habits, he says, like read more or eat better, are worthy causes, but these goals do not provide instruction on how and when to act. Be specific and clear. After I close the door, after I brush my teeth, after I sit down at the table, the specificity is important. The more tightly bound your new habit is to a specific cue, the better the odds are that you will notice when the time comes to act. So this first law of behavior change is to make it obvious, the cue, right? Strategies like implementation, intention, and habit stacking are among the most practical ways to create obvious cues for your habits and design a clear plan and where to take action. And I think that is the key, a clear plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's been said for decades and decades and ages. Write it down, set yourself an intention. And if you like the show, share it with somebody you know. I am so jazzed to be sharing this information with you in a casual, conversational manner. And I'm really glad you found us. So the interesting part is the next chapter is about how motivation is overrated. Environment is more important. Ooh, I can hardly wait. I'll see you then.